Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on estimating missing rainfall data. My name is Sumit Kumar and I will try to guide you how the missing rainfall data can be estimated. The rainfall records often have gaps due to gauge failure, observer absence, equipment issues, or extreme weather. These missing values can seriously affect hydrological analysis such as flood forecasting, water resource planning, reservoir designing, and even average aerial rainfall calculation. In this video, we will cover the most commonly used practical methods to fill those gaps reliably using data from nearby rain gauges. There are several practical approaches, and we will cover the three most commonly taught and applied ones in the hydrology, which are arithmetic mean method, uh, which is the simplest averaging techniques, and then normal ratio method. It is a classical method that accounts for long-term differences when the rainfall data is very much different, and we will see how much difference then when we will use arithmetic mean method and normal ratio method. And the third one, which we will also discuss, which is distance power method, also known as inverse distance wind. Arithmetic mean method is the simplest and most straightforward method. It is the simplest and most straightforward method. This is basically just taking the average of rainfall recorded at nearby season, as shown here in this expression or formula. Px is equal to P1 plus P2 plus up to Pn divided by n. It's a simple mean formula. The Here Px is the missing value where we need to find the uh, rain gauge data at target station X, and N is the number of nearby stations. This method can be used when the nearby stations are climatically similar to the target stations. When we will use this method, when the nearby stations are climatically similar to the target station and their long-term normal annual rainfall is within the 10%, when the normal rainfall when the normal rainfall at missing session is smaller than the 10% of the target sessions. When the when these conditions are met, this method gives reasonable estimates. It is best suited for flat areas, short gaps, and evenly spaced similar gauges. Then normal ratio method. This method will be used when normal area rainfall is greater than the 10% of target station. In the previous method, arithmetic means we will use that method when the normal annual rainfall is smaller than the 10% of target station. And in normal ratio method, we will use this when the normal annual rainfall is greater than 10% of target station. So first understand what is this normal annual rainfall. The normal annual rainfall is the long-term average annual rainfall as per station. It is the thing about the average annual rainfall, and the data is considered for a period of 30 years. Currently, we are using the data of period of, from 1991 to 2020 for normal annual rainfall. And the formula for this method is Px by Nx is equal to 1 by n into P1 by N1 plus P2 by N2 plus up to Pn by Nn. Px is the missing value at target station x, which we are going to find, and n is the number of nearby station, and nx is the annual rainfall at that missing rain gauge station. And P1, P2 is the uh, rainfall data of station N1, N2, uh, and this N1, N2 is the normal annual rainfall of that rain gauge station 1, 2. And the last method which we will discuss is the distance power method. This distance power method. This is also known as inverse distance weighing method. Distance weighing method. Weighing method. The principle of this method is closer rain gauge should influence the estimate much more than distance one. That is why the rainfall at the missing station X is calculated as a weighted average of nearby stations. And this weight is inversely proportional to the distance raised to some power. So generally, this power is taken as 2. So the weight based on distance is closer gauge influence more. And the formula to find the missing data is summation or sigma pi by di square, where I is 1 to n divided by sigma 1 by di square. Again, I is from 1 to n. And di is the distance of the estimated expression from the estimated expressions. And that's the end of our lecture on estimating missing rainfall data. To quickly recap, we saw why missing data is needed, importance of importance of importance of finding missing data, missing and rainfall data, and we discussed three important methods, which are arithmetic mean, arithmetic mean method, next normal ratio method, and the third one which we discussed is distance power method, in which the weight is considered, weight of each station wind gauge is considered, and the weight is inversely proportional to the distance or some power of the distance. So all this method is chosen based on available data, terrain, and how similar the stations are. So I hope you have understood this all these three methods. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.